Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So as you can tell by the thumbnail that you've clicked on, yesterday was a day. Where should we start?
Okay, so basically it was a normal Saturday. We were on our way back from a suburb that's 5 minutes from where we live, and we were heading home.
Yep, everything was going nice sunny day, beautiful weather, stopped the traffic lights, getting home to watch the AFL final. Well, that was the plan.
Yeah, this was it's about 2:30.
Yeah, so pulled up the lights, just waiting for the lights to change, and then what happens?
So it was very weird because it felt like everything else, all of your senses zoned out and just focused on the main ones that you needed to hear. So first of all, you hear this screeching of brakes coming from what sounds like way back behind you, and it feels like it's going on forever, but it probably just happened in a few seconds.
Yep. Next, there is a bang.
A massive loud bang still behind you, so you're like, okay, not us, but this doesn't sound good, this sounds very scary. And then
look in the rearview mirror, and the car behind us is coming towards us.
Yeah, and then we get a bang.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a really crap version of bumper cars.
Basically, we were rear-ended. It was a 3-car collision, pile-up, whatever.
At traffic lights, fine, not a busy road. We'd stopped.
Yeah.
Good visibility. You could see the traffic lights from 400 or 500 meters away.
Not raining, not dark, dry road. But some idiot, absolute idiot in a ute who allegedly doesn't have rego and therefore doesn't have third-party insurance shouldn't have been driving, because you have to have registration to
be on the road.
Clearly, we don't know what happened. He obviously wasn't paying attention. He was obviously going too fast, and so tried to stop, didn't stop in time, hit the car in front of him, which obviously hit us.
Yeah. So, their luck, there was a police car, probably 2 cars down, I'd say, from it.
Yeah, thank God. And thank God that the idiot in the ute messed up his car so bad that he couldn't drive
away.
Honestly, the arrogance, he was so nonchalant about it all. The poor people in the car behind, their car got sandwiched obviously in between our car and his, and their car is a mess.
Yeah, they just travelled all the way up from New South Wales, I think, so that kind of ruined their day as well. They had a party to go to, and obviously that was a bit ruined.
Yeah, and the front of his ute was smashed, and...
yeah, he wasn't going anywhere, his radiator was gone, so...
No. Obviously, this is the first time this has happened to us here in Australia. It's actually the first time that it's happened to us ever.
Ever had been in a car accident.
And thank God everybody was okay. Nobody was seriously hurt, died. Everyone had their seatbelts on. Our kids weren't in the car, so that was good. And we've got a VW, and it's obviously built like a tank, because...
yeah, just goes to show how good German engineering is, but yeah.
There was not too much damage to our car. It is damaged. The number plate came off.
A poor number plate, I had a personalised plate, and I'd been squished and was led on the road, and we had a rear bumpers a little bit pushed in and damaged, and
yeah, and there's a bit of paintwork missing here and there, but compared to the car behind and obviously the ute, we were very lucky. It was just really scary and horrible. The poor lady in the car behind was just in tears.
And it's a very odd experience having been in one now, but
yeah, so anyway, luckily the police were on scene, so that was good. They took him away and his details straight away, and according to the
recovery people,
they reckoned that the police were reading him his Miranda rights. Whether that's true or not, don't know. I told the police officer that they should breathalyse him, which they then did, and they breathalyzed the other drivers. So we don't actually know what the outcome was. But it was really good that we could file a police report there and then, and the police could see the position of the vehicles and speak to him and all of that. So that was very lucky.
Yeah, then we had an ambulance turn up.
So I had a little bit of pain here, but I think that's where the seatbelt did its job and stopped me from going forward. I was sat more forward than you, so if I didn't have my seatbelt on, maybe my head would have hit the windscreen.
Yeah.
And you were sat right back in your seat, so when the car got hit, you got jolted forward.
Yeah, and then I jolted my neck forward a little bit, so obviously reported a little bit of neck pain and a lower bit. So that was it then, wasn't it? I was in the back of an ambulance, collar on, off we go to hospital.
And we were at hospital for about the next 7 hours.
So I'm like led on this bed for hours, and I had a CT scan. I mean, can't fault the staff, they were really good.
Yeah. On a side note, honestly shocked at how much abuse and how ungrateful some patients are, and how the way that they treat the hospital staff honestly is disgusting.
And it's like they're trying to help you and you're not using them, so...
Yeah, so that was not nice to hear and see, and I think that the hospital staff must go through it all the time, because they honestly didn't bat an eyelid. There was a lot of security wandering around, but they don't deserve to be spoken to or treated like that. It's disgusting.
Yeah. So yeah, staff were amazing. I mean, the wait was a bit rubbish. Obviously, it was busy. It was a Saturday. It had a CT scan and had to wait probably the longest that she said for results. So another 2 hours on top of that. Just led there. Can't move my neck. Try not to think about going to the toilet, because that would have been interesting. That was kind of it. Like, we got the all clear from the doctor. Just kind of got. It was kind of, they left, and I was like, okay, what am I doing now then? Do I get up? Because they were all like concerned I couldn't move. Just left me to it. So went to another part of the short stay of the hospital. That's kind of it. Had a little check to make sure I could eat and drink okay, and I could feel things and squeeze my hands and all that stuff. So I had the fun of whipping off the sensor stickers. That was fun. So yeah, that was, all in all, we were there from 3 till
10 o'clock.
Yeah, almost 10 o'clock. So that was yesterday's write-off.
So when we first went into the hospital, they wanted our Medicare details and our private health insurance. They had our old Medicare card from when we were on our 482, so they said that that had expired. Did we have our new card? So we gave them the new card details and our private health. And at the end of the visit, when we were leaving, they asked us if we would be happy to basically give our private healthcare contribution to the hospital.
Because they're a public hospital, not a private hospital.
So as we understand it, if you're in a car accident in Queensland, that is not covered on Medicare. Now, ambulance doesn't cost in Queensland. We know in other states it can cost, or does cost, but apparently if you're in a car accident, that is not covered on Medicare. So luckily we had private healthcare, but then when we had this paperwork from the hospital that we gave, and I still don't really understand it, because
it's a guarantee, wasn't it? A guarantee that we wouldn't be charged anything.
Yeah, but if it's not covered on Medicare, surely it can only be covered on private healthcare. But then the hospital ask you if it's okay to use your private healthcare contribution for public funding. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, if you know, please let us know in the comments. Obviously, we said yes, because why wouldn't we?
And they even offered us a sandwich.
And they gave us this paperwork that basically was a guarantee from Queensland Health that says that we won't incur any out-of-pocket expenses for our hospital stay. So don't really know how it works. Don't really know if the hospital will now also claim against the Ute drivers. Yeah. Well, not that he's got insurance, but maybe make a claim against him. Yeah. The policeman said, because I asked what happens if he doesn't have insurance before we were told that he didn't have insurance, the policeman said that our insurance company can send him a demand letter. I don't know. We don't know how this works. If you know how, let us know in the comments. So this morning we called the insurance company.
Yeah, touch wood, we've got fully comp, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, again, here in Queensland, you don't have to have additional car insurance. So long as you've got your car registration, which you legally have to have anyway, it's not negotiable. If you want to drive your car on the road, you have to have it registered. And for those in the UK, it's a bit like car tax.
It comes with compulsory third party, which only covers human, not cars.
Yeah, so obviously our car was registered. We also had extra car insurance because as Brits, we're used to that. You have to have car insurance in England to be able to drive your car. You don't have that extra insurance that comes with your car tax in the UK. So for us, it's just the norm to have that additional cover, especially because we're new here. The driving is certainly interesting
Yeah,
here
it's definitely got to
sometimes.
keep your wits about you. You'll get the odd surprise and brake test.
The paramedic told me that a car accident happens in Queensland every 20 minutes. That is beyond comprehension. But he explained that because here the roads are so big that at night time you mainly, and because I guess there's not many people around on the roads at night time, he said basically drivers have the roads to themselves at night. He said, and they use up the whole of the road. He said, and then when it comes to daytime, people forget.
And they have to stop.
And we have noticed that drivers here don't approach junctions with caution. My hand is always attached to that Jesus handle because I'm always freaking out. This time, I had no warning that ute was going to come from behind us. So.
And for you that are asking what is a Jesus handle, it's the handle that you grab and go, oh, Jesus. So that's why it's called a Jesus handle. You know the little handle beside your head? So yeah, and we've also got wife assist in the car as well, so that's good. That spots any problems, so that goes off.
Yeah, so for 2 years I've mitigated accidents.
You didn't go off yesterday, you didn't even spot the accident.
I couldn't see it, it was coming from behind me. I was took unaware. But I forgot what I was trying to say. So anyway, basically that's what the paramedic was saying, that accidents happen all the time here. So we will continue with our additional insurance, and apparently now the police, I think, have to determine liability.
The insurance are going through
okay.
who's liable, so we're now waiting for the outcome of that, but they only work during the week.
Anyway, I think it's pretty clear who's liable. The idiot with no registration, allegedly, that was driving the ute.
Right.
And yeah, I think the moral of the story is wear your seatbelt. And also, I think we were helped by the fact that we had our handbrake up at the lights. So we have a manual car and handbrake was on in neutral. I think if the handbrake had not been on, maybe we'd have been pushed a little further.
Into traffic
Because it was on red. Yeah. That's what you do when the red light. If you're watching Ute Driver, red light means stop. If you're coming up to the traffic lights, it means slow down and then stop.
They're probably not watching.
No, please don't watch. If you're watching, unsubscribe.
Not you lot watching, the Ute Driver.
So anyway, I am always telling our daughter, every time she goes out, wear your seatbelt. And someone commented on one of these videos before and said I was paranoid, but I honestly don't care when it comes to the kids or safety or whatever. I will tell my daughter to wear her seatbelt every single time she leaves the house, just in case she forgets. So super important, wear your seatbelt. Make sure that you pay your registration for your car.
Don't be that person.
And pay due care and attention to the road. Cars can kill.
So, more on the story of other transportation. Check this out. So yeah, there we go, there's another option of transportation for you. Probably not stand up to a ute smash, but you know.
Yeah, but bikes go in the bike lane, they're not going to get a ute rear-ending them.
Oh, if not, you just lie on the bonnet.
So in other news, what else have we been up to? You missed the game yesterday because you were led on your back.
Missed the final, but I heard Brisbane won, so that's all good.
And who's playing today?
So it was Brisbane. The Bronx are playing in the preliminary final today against Panthers, so that is on in a little while, so hopefully I'm getting this video edited in time and out for you guys to watch.
Yeah, it's just been work. There's no news on our visa.
Still waiting.
Still waiting. Still on our bridging visa.
Still can't leave the country.
Still can't leave the country. So yeah, we were thinking about heading back to UK for Christmas to go and see family, but doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that now. So we're thinking about a cruise in the new year to the Whitsundays. So that will be really good if that can happen.
Sadly not leaving Australia, so that's good.
Yeah, maybe can you just confirm in the comments that is definitely not leaving Australia, right?
I know we got to go on a boat and stuff, but
Also, one of our passports in the family is nearly expiring, so we've had to go through that process here.
yeah, so that was because they're under the age of 18. It's kids' price, so that works out at £70 plus almost £20 postage to over here, so almost $180 total to get a passport shipped over here. But they
Yeah.
offer a service over here, secure, signed, and tracked service for sending passports back to the UK, and that was
$40.
$40 for that. So quite an expensive passport application, but obviously quite important.
Yeah, and now daughter definitely can't leave the country because she doesn't have a passport.
The passport's left the country, but she can't.
So that was another thing. We just updated our visa agent that we were changing the passports, and her advice was that
They're not very strict on the expiry over here.
if you're unsure,
Yeah, if you're
unsure, they're not too strict about the expiry of the visa. The expiry of the passport when granting the visa. So hopefully that won't be an issue. It is kind of bad timing, but
Yeah, kind of a bit fine, but
it is what it is.
yeah.
Have currently took our house off the market just because we decided to switch agent. I don't particularly think it was the agent's fault that the house was for sale for months and it didn't sell. I think that
Market, I think, over there.
the market, lots of you have messaged us on Instagram to say that you've been in a similar situation or you are in a similar situation, and unless you're prepared to knock lots of money off of your asking price, then the options are basically rent it out until the market gets better, or stay in the same situation as you are, or obviously sell and lose money.
Yeah.
So I think we're still thinking about what that looks like. I think that giving notice to the old agent really put a bit of a rocket up their bum anyway for the last month. They really tried much harder than they had done for the several months it had been on sale. But sadly that still didn't come to any avail, so we've switched agents. We've dropped the price again just slightly, but still not to what we think that if we dropped it to we could sell it, because we're just not
desperate to sell. We're not gonna drop it ridiculous.
No, so I think as soon as that PR comes in, that is the point where we'll be like, okay, now we're prepared to lose a bit more because we just want shop, we want to buy somewhere here. So
Are they still waiting for PR, so we can't do that either?
So we're just doing what we've always been doing at the minute, really, I guess, in terms of the house. So that's been 2 years now paying rent and mortgage. It's been hard, but I think hopefully PR will come soon and we won't be doing that for much longer.
Yeah. So that was kind of where we're at the moment. So we had a write-off day yesterday. We're still plodding on. We're still waiting. Just want to touch base with you guys. I'm sure you've missed us loads.
Yeah, sorry we haven't been so consistent with the videos. We just really didn't have a lot to share with you, and obviously it's not really worth putting out videos with no interesting content.
Just waiting. Here we are again, guys. Waiting video.
So yeah, obviously yesterday was quite interesting, so we thought we'd share that with you. Also just around what happens here if there's an accident and insurance is quite interesting.
So the hospital needs painting on the ceiling. I didn't notice that yesterday, so I stared at the ceiling for a few hours yesterday. And there's a few cutting lines weren't so good, and someone had painted over a light, and I didn't enjoy that.
But as we said, they were brilliant at the hospital, and honestly, you got offered lunch or dinner.
Didn't really fancy eating it upside down, to be fair, but would have gone on my eyes and stuff. But
there was like a massive choice of sandwiches and 2 different dishes you could choose from, which we're certainly not used to. Coming from the UK, you're lucky if you get a bit of toast or a digested biscuit.
I think the main thing was focusing not to think about going to the toilet. Literally had to just focus on not.
Yeah, there was a selection of drinks as well, like apple juice.
I know, I was saying, I would have liked to drink, but no.
Anyway, yes, it was a good experience in the hospital. They do very good work and they're not treated very well, and I'm sure they're probably not paid very well either. So they have our full respect. and paramedics and the ambulance and the police. I mean, it was just lucky the police were
Literally
there when it happened. So yeah, all in all, unlucky but lucky. Okay guys, so I think that's a wrap for now. We will send out another video when we have something interesting to share with you. If there is something that you've been waiting to hear about, if you want us to do a video on something particular, let us know in the comments. We'll be happy to. If you're not already following us on Instagram, please head over there to follow us. I often post kind of pictures and stories, so yeah, if we're not posting videos on YouTube, you'll find some other sort of content on there. So it's the same, it's The Great Emigrate on Instagram. And
also check out my e-bike channel, What's Up Australia. If you want to look around, doing a little channel on out and about on the bike, seeing what Australia has to offer by two wheels.
yeah, so that's your new little hobby, isn't it?
Yeah, going out and about, not getting crashed into.
Yeah, so follow him on his other channel and
see you in the next one.